Okay, welcome back to math class, and welcome to chapter 9. For our first lesson of chapter 9, we're going to be talking about powers and exponents. Now, an exponent basically tells us how many times a number is multiplied by itself. And they look like this, like 4 raised to the 5th power. And that's how we say it, 4 raised to the 5th power. So the whole thing here we're going to call a power. The 5 up top is our exponent, and the 4 is our base number. And we read it 4 raised to the 5th power, or 4 with an exponent of 5. Now, like I said, an exponent means how many times a number is multiplied by itself. So 4 raised to the 5th power is the same as saying 4 multiplied by itself 5 times. So I'm going to go 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 4 raised to the 5th power equals 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Same with any, no matter what the base is, no matter what the exponent is. If I did 3 to the 2nd power, 3 raised to an exponent of 2, that's the same as just saying 3 multiplied by itself twice, or 3 times 3. If I wanted to solve it, all I have to do is multiply it all the way out from left to right. So in this case, I'm going to go 3 times 3 equals 9. So 3 raised to the 2nd power is 9. If I was going to do a bigger one, like 2 raised to the 6th power, that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 multiplied by itself 6 times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, just like with all of my order of operation rules, I'm going to multiply from left to right. Now I'm going to go 2 times 2 is 4, right? 4 times 2 is going to be 8. 8 times 2 is going to be 16. 16 times 2 is going to be 32. And 32 times 2 is going to be 64. So 2 raised to the 6th power equals 64. Hopefully that makes sense. One last thing you need to know about exponents is anything that has an exponent, or here, let's write it all out. Any number raised to an exponent of 0 equals, well, I'll write it out, equals 1. So that's it in words. What I'm basically saying is if I had 8 raised to the 0 power, that equals 1. It doesn't equal 8 because 8 raised to the 1st power would be 8 multiplied by itself 1 time, which would just be 8, right? 8 raised to the 0 power is always going to be 1. Not 0, not 8, it's going to be 1. Any number raised to the 0 power. So even if I said like 285 raised to the 0 power, that's still going to equal 1. If I said 1 raised to the 0 power, it's 1. No matter what it is, x raised to the 0 power equals 1. Remember, as we're learning this, our order of operation that we learned, PEMDAS, remember? You always do your parentheses first in an equation, then the E stands for exponents. So from this point forward, we have a new thing we're doing. Anytime you see an exponent, that has to come first before we do our multiplication and division or our addition and subtraction. And just like with these, we always work from left to right when we're multiplying or dividing. Good?